Hi everyone, it's Tammy with Frou-frou Studio. Welcome back for this week's Nothing But Neutrals challenge. I hope everybody is having a great day. This video is a little bit later in the day than it normally is. But I normally film this on Monday and have it released at midnight, and yesterday I was working on finishing up the Halloween ephemera packs that I listed in my shop, and so I didn't get this made on Monday, so we're actually doing it on Tuesday. And I want to thank everybody who has already purchased one of the kits. I appreciate it very much. And so let's get started on this. Today, the base or item that you're to use in the make is a label. And I am going to make like a, it could be a journal card, it could be a journal topper. It's just a, like an index card divider that I had. It is an old vintage one, and it's had some coffee dyed on it, or sprayed on it, just to grunge it up a little more. So, first of all, for those of you that are new, the hashtag is Nothing But Neutrals. And if you post to social media, either YouTube, Instagram, whatever you do, if you use this hashtag in your description or in your title, then it will tie it to other people that are participating in the challenge. Or if you don't make or aren't participating, but you want to see what everybody else has done, you can search this hashtag Nothing But Neutrals, and everybody's makes will come up so that you can see them. I have a playlist on my YouTube channel that will give you all the makes from previous weeks, and you are free to join at any time. I don't have very many rules for this challenge whatsoever. The only rule is that you use the base that I give you, or the piece that I give you, to use every week, and that you only use neutral colors, which are black, white, gray, and brown, or any shade thereof, just no color. So, with all that out of the way, let's get started. So what I am using today is I had printed out Luise Heinzel's kit, partially printed it out because it is a huge kit of labels that she made from her cool cabinet that she bought to put in her new craft room in Germany. And I don't know if you've seen that video, but the cabinet is to die for. It's like a library cabinet, and it is huge. And when she was moving it into her new craft room, she discovered all these little handwritten labels on the cabinet drawers on the sides. Some of them were in the front of the drawers, like this one with a little label holder, and it had tags in it. And so she made a digital. It's huge. It's like 40 something pages of labels that are all different sizes and styles from the things that she found on the cabinet. And you can see where I've cut some of them out to use for this make. And I've got to fuss cut all the rest of these, of course. But I thought this would be perfect in something a little different to use for this particular challenge, so that's what I'm going to use. And I've already cut the ones out that I want to use just to save time. This is just a piece of scrapbook paper that I had, and I'm going to put this in the background. You won't see a lot of this at the end, but I wanted something that had black in it because I'm using a couple of the little Tim Holtz gentlemen, and I'm also using some of the Luise's labels that are black in the make, and so I kind of wanted a black border to show, you know, just around the edges. But like I said, you won't see a lot of this when it's finished. So I'm going to take a breath now, and then we'll get started. So the first thing, obviously, that I want to do is put down this background. So I'm just going to put the glue on the card and then lay my paper down and trim around it. And I'm going to use just my glue stick for this. For those of you that are new, thanks for joining me. I appreciate it. And of course, I appreciate all you guys that are here and comment on all my videos. That's so helpful. And we're just gonna apply this pretty liberally so I can make sure that I'm getting on my edges and so forth and so on. And then just put this on here. It finally has quit raining here. So hopefully we're going to get some sunshine now. My husband is just itching to get out and trim our hedges and mow the grass. And it's still too wet to do that, but it has been over a week, if not longer, since he's been able to cut the grass. And he acts like it's knee-high. It's not, but that's his thing, is to keep our yard very low. We have acreage, and so it takes him about 2.5 hours to cut it, and that's on a fairly large riding mower. And so when he can't do it, he gets real frustrated because he feels like it's going to get out of control, which it never is. But you know, he can't do what he wants to do. It's just like us, you know, when we're having to do something else and we can't do our journal making, you know, we feel like that it's the end of the world and we have so much to do. That's kind of what he's feeling today. Okay. And then I'm going to use, I think I'm going to use gathered twigs to do my inking today. Let me find the right little dauber here. Okay. Go around the edge of this. Give it a quick ink up. The reason I think this might make a better journal topper than a journal card is because this divider card is pretty thick, and I printed the labels on a lightweight cardstock to give them a little more beef, and so it might be too thick for, I'm going to go ahead and ink around all these while I got them out, while I'm running my mouth. It might be a little too thick for a journal card, but we're going to do it this way, and then we'll make the determination when it comes to actually using it if it's too thick. I know this part's boring. I'm trying to go fast. These are already kind of grungy because, you know, Luisa's after my own heart with her grunge. If you have not seen that video with her cabinet, you need to go watch. It is, I can't believe, it's like my dream cabinet. I have a small one that my husband found and got me for Christmas that I absolutely adore. And it's not in my craft room, actually. I actually made a little side table with mine that's in our TV room. I put some of those metal hairpin legs on the bottom of it, and it is the perfect size for like a little, it sits in between two chairs in my TV room, and I love it. I didn't want to stick it up in my craft room. Even though I'm in my craft room a lot, I wanted to be able to see it, so I put it, I made it a table. And be real gentle with these little failures. I just want to ink so those white edges don't show. Oops. Okay, and this little guy, I think I am going to use this in kind of like a more masculine type journal, and use it with my make from last week, actually, when I get around to it. I have a long list of journals that I want to make, and it seems to be getting longer every day. Okay, now let's see how we're going to lay these out. All right, now I know this is one of the drawer fronts here, and I know that I want one of the gentlemen to be sitting on it. So I'm just going to kind of randomly decide. I have two circles. I have 4 black labels. So I'm going to kind of space those out. So if I put this guy sitting here, he needs something to lean on. And then my other guy, I want to sit on this big one. Is that going to be... I'm going to move it down enough. Alright, so I need to put that big one in place first. Alright, so needs to go about right there. Alright, so I'm going to take my pencil, make myself a little mark there. We'll glue this one down, and that'll give us a starting point. If I can see my pencil mark now. I tried to mark it in the white. I still can't see it. There it is. Oop, not upside down, Tammy. Alright, so there is our starting point. I'm not gonna smush this down. Oh, come on. Too much at the top right now in case I need to put something. Should I go from the top? Down maybe? Okay, so let's put a black one. Alright, and then if we're going to put our round one here, I want a round one up here somewhere. And then let's do another black. Here. And then if he is sitting here, he needs this might need to come out and out just a little bit. So if he's sitting there, he needs an armrest. Alright, so up just a little bit. Yeah, I would not use, if you're going to do something like this, I would not use art glitter glue, because, you know, if you use art glitter glue, once you stick it, it's going to be stuck. So at least if you use a glue stick, you can kind of manipulate things to. Alright, let's see. Now, this guy, let's glue the bottom part down so we can be sure that we're getting him in there. And then we were going to put a black one over here, weren't we? Which one? This one, I think. Okay, and then he needs an armrest. And I really like this one, so let's put this one here. He needs to go up. Move him pretty much to the bottom. Okay. All right. Now, we were going to put our other circle down here. And our other black one here. So let's put it down because it goes underneath the circle. Alright, now let's put our circle. Actually, we may need Oh, I don't want that to cover that. I'm going to put that under that, I think. Yeah, I'll put that one there. Okay, do I need, let me put the circle in there. Then that one behind his head. And then we will glue down our gentleman. And then, or do we need it behind his head? So if he's here, do we need it there? No, I think we need it behind his head. Like there. Yep. Okay, now I'm going to change to my art glitter glue. And that way I can get the little tip behind all the loose pieces. Plus, I prefer art glitter glue for gluing down these little guys. Any of the paper dolls, because they're a little thicker. Alright, so I want to move him as far over this way as I can. So that they're not, if I can help it, they're not interfering with each other too bad. Alright, and then this one, is gonna set here. And I want him to be as far over this way as I get glue everywhere. Okay, so now let me check on my edges and any place that I need to go back and do the edges. Make sure everything's straight when I do it. Sorry, I'm being quiet. And that one's down good. Alright, I think that's got them all. Yep. We might could do right here. Yep. Looking good. So you can see that background piece, it did not, you know, you can't see a lot of it, but I do like that it is peeking out in some places to where you can, the black kind of ties in with the black of the paper doll and the black of the black labels. So that was fairly easy. Now you could add some other stuff to it, depending on what you're gonna do with it. I have some other little cards that are kind of in the same color scheme that I'm gonna put with it to remind me when I go to make the journal that I have these little cards. But I think they'll fit in nicely with the color palette here and kind of have that kind of office-y type feel to them. And this is just a piece of scrapbook paper that I had that had several little, you know, square. It was like a collage, and I cut it apart because I thought these would be nice little tags or note cards. And in particular, I like the idea of using, if I can pick it up, something like this, you know, with these florals on it. As a matter of fact, I think I have a stamp that's kind of like that. It might be kind of neat to put on a couple of these. Let me see if I can find that real quick. May not be, yeah. It's a Tim Holtz stamp, but it reminds me, there's a whole set of those, but that one's my favorite. But that reminds me of this. So it'd be kind of cool to maybe put part of that stamp right here, or even right here, or both. Let's do that. And I'm gonna do it with my potting soil archival. I believe this is the color I want. We'll try it on my glue book here and see. Yeah, see how well that goes? So let's put a couple of those on here. I think I want it, do I want it on this one? Or do I want it here? Maybe I want it here. No, not that. I don't want it to go down on the other one. So I'm going to put this little card here. Excuse if my head's in the way. Yeah, I like that. Should we put one down here on the other circle? What do you think? Yeah, I like that a lot. Okay, so that's it, folks. Next week, the piece that you need to use is what is it? I looked at it just before I started the video. It is a frame. My mind went totally blank. So any kind of frame doesn't matter. You can use one that is pre-made, like one of the Tim Holtz frames, like this, if you want to. You can use one that you make. You can use one of the other Tim Holtz ones. I don't have any of those close by that are like the cabinet card frames. You can use an actual cabinet card frame if you want. Anything, you know, that is frame-like is perfectly okay. And I'll be curious to see what you come up with for this challenge. Everybody has some kind of label, and if you don't, they're really easy to make. So, yeah, get creative, and I hope you guys have a wonderful couple of days, and I'll see you back on Thursday for I Saw It on Pinterest. Until then, everybody have a great couple of days. Bye.